In these challenging and unique times, we find ourselves in significant changes and challenges that are affecting so many people all over the world. We are questioning the values, conventions, and norms of communication that are changing day by day. Through art, we can reflect about the existence of ourselves and others, our time and place in the world. Hello, my name is Amit Goffer, and I'm happy to welcome you for the Sleeping for Tomorrow project. This art project consists from 3 parts. The first part is a physical part, a real object. It consists from a German one-man bunker from the Second World War that underwent physical changes, which allowed the viewer, the person inside or next to the object, to express and experience different physical and emotional situations for themselves and others. The second part of the project consists of a virtual part. Through the internet and with a special software, with a virtual bunker, there is a new possibility of communication, bringing new thoughts and ideas, share it with other people. We can connect to people from all over the world to hear, record, and share photos with others of a spark of our own experience, short significant moments, places that we felt with ourselves and other, unique emotion, unique experience. Am I connected? And I feel safe? How do I feel in this specific time? Now in the present, that is changing for the past. The third part of the project is the bridge between the two worlds. When standing in the bunker, I can record myself and my thoughts, but at the same time, I can connect to the internet and hear other people from all over the world reacting, sharing their thoughts, reacting to things that they heard, sharing their unique and specific thoughts. We understand that our stories are similar. No matter where we are, there is a common ground for all of us, with a bigger and meaningful moment when we connected all together. I would like to invite you to be part of this project, to share your moments, to share your dreams, to listen, to reflect, to connect. This project is also consisting a blog and a YouTube channel. This is going to be a yearly project that will consist of conversation about art and feeling. There you can get news from the project, what's happening. We will investigate and go deep of how this project evolved through the years. We all trying to find a place that we feel safe and comfortable, a place that we can share our thoughts and ideas and experience and share it with other people. What does it mean safe? Is it a physical situation? Is it emotional situation? Or it's for our soul? How can we connect in these times with others that we have these different barriers? And I would like to invite you to be part of this, to share your ideas and thoughts, and most important, connected to others and yourself.
I'm very happy to have Amit Goffer here in our discussion. Today, also in Kornelimünster, we're celebrating the Day of the Open Monument, Tag des offenen Denkmals. We had several guided tours through the building, and now we have an artist talk with Amit Goffer, because he is presenting in our Kunsthaus, now Sculpture Garden, a special monument. As I think it's a monument, and I think it's also a question, is it a monument or not? It's the art piece, the artwork, Sleeping for Tomorrow. And today is also a special day for Amit Goffer and for this project, because the project is starting also on the internet. The website is going online today. So very welcome to our discussion. Very welcome, Amit Goffer.
Thank you, Marcel.
And I'm starting with the first questions I have to you. when we started to discuss this project and also the idea perhaps to make an artist talk on this day, special day, I had the idea that there are really different ideas about monuments and memorials. And for me, for a long time, I had the idea, is it still time for monuments? Do we really need monuments today? Is it possible to create a monument for today? What's, in your experience, a monument? Have it relevance to us today?
So first of all, thank you for inviting me for this talk. Thank you for everyone for joining us today. Just a small detail in this talk. This talk will be in two parts. First, we're going to talk about the monuments, and afterwards we're going to reveal to you the project, as Marcel said, with the website and the new program. And there's going to be a discussion with you. If you want, you can, if you're in the internet, raise and write us a message and we can respond to you. You can even ask us in front of everyone if you want. The same thing for the people on the other room that are next to us, seeing it with you. So we are very happy for this moment. About the question, I just first of all want to say that yesterday was 9/11, and it's very shaky to have this day after day. We have the 9/11, the big monument memorial situation, because it's two things, right? We have the building, we had everything that was around it, we have the memory of it, we had the notion of the light thing that they did there afterwards, and we have today the Memorial Day or the Monument Day of remaining of this historical thing. So it's a very tricky question. I think it's depending who you're asking, and especially when are you asking. Because if you would ask me yesterday, in this special day, I will tell you, yes, it's necessary, it's important for us to have this memorial thing. As a memorial, because it's for an event, someone died or something bad happened, and then we are remembering this moment. But at the same time, we have the monument, and it's similar and not similar at the same time. So it's interesting question. But I'm in a new situation because I'm an Israeli German now, and Marcel is German. And I wanted to ask him from a German side, from a cultural side, how he feel and deal with this situation, because there was a lot of discussion in the art world through the years about this. So
yes, we had also this discussion, is it really a theme for an artist to build a memorial? Or there were a lot of discussions actually in Berlin for several memorials or monuments. Do we need a monument, a memorial for the reunion of Germany? How can be a monument for the Holocaust in Berlin? Perhaps should it be more a museum that we can tell more and get more in discussion with the people? Because some artists are also saying a monument is not speaking. You can't speak to the monument and the monument don't speak to you. So you don't have really a dialogue. And today we need more dialogues than just a stone who don't say anything. And therefore I found it very interesting that your project, your sculpture in our sculpture garden, this bunker, is not only a monument, a stone, a beton, concrete bunker, it's also to have also the possibility to talk and to start a discussion. Could you tell me a little bit more about the possibility to discuss with this monument in our sculpture garden?
First of all, I think it's for me, it was a great experience to be revealed to this, I'm calling it a bunker, but let's call it a safe place, my own place. This bunker came for me as a surprise. I didn't try to have it. I even didn't aware that we have something like this in Germany. Like, I'm coming from Israel. For us, the situation of security is a necessity. Even today, every house has a small room, almost everyone in their house, a safe room. In the old time, we had a shelter or a bunker in all times. So it was a big thing, but we never had something something small. And a bunker, by definition, it's something that I'm inside and I'm safe, but on the other side, I'm disconnected from the community, from the world. Like I don't have communication. Maybe I can look out and see, but I'm blocked. And I think this issue really came strong in the Corona time, in our time, that we are blocked with ourselves, with the body, with our feeling, and we're trying to communicate and to come to a new way of thinking, or how can we communicate that it's functioning, bringing something to the world. Because when we are in this situation, and we can understand some other people sharing the same thoughts or idea, we're starting to feel that we are not alone, and we can connect together, and we feel much more safe in a bigger picture. But this is for the digital part that we're going to talk afterwards. And I will talk about it a little bit after.
So this, I think, is also an interesting point, that the people visiting this bunker here in the sculpture garden, getting also part of this monument. And this changed perhaps our idea what is a monument, or because people can go inside the bunker, and there are other people around this bunker, seeing the person in the bunker. So we have two sides. We have one visitor inside the bunker, and we have one outside. So you're getting part of this monument or of this art sculpture. And therefore, I found it very interesting that it's also a discussion about what can be a memorial or this concrete stone monument, what we have now here in our sculpture garden in our times. And could it be perhaps a monument for the future, for tomorrow, because it's a monument of the Corona time?
It would be very interesting to see. I don't have an answer for this. I think it's super interesting, and something that I observed in the last few years, especially when I was in Germany, that you see different people from different generations and different geographic places reacting to the work in a very different way. Or they are afraid of it, or they are remembering it from their childhood and they bring something to the work. And it's happening even in the bunker. You see like the old generation coming and like touching the bunker like a small child and communicating as a physical friend. And then you have the situation, am I just observing from the outside and seeing it as an object with all of the connotation that I have? Like if I'm in Germany, I remember this maybe from my childhood, or I see it just as an abstract form and I don't have this connotation, or from a different country that they don't know this form. And the other thing, the minute that I'm going inside, maybe I'm becoming the monument. And that's a great concept to see and think. Maybe other people are looking at me, and then it's putting it in a different situation, a situation of a monument of our own insight, of our own self. So I hope it will function for the future. We'll see. I want to show for a second a small book that I found. So this is a book about small bunkers in Germany. And I found, and I will open it in a second, so excuse me, let's find it. So I found my bunker here inside. So it's a point up. I'm coming from if you see this thing, this is the shield from the bunker itself. And this thing was made in the Rhineland in Neuss. And my studio is in Neuss. And I found this bunker on the border between Neuss and Karl. So it's a border between two cities. And now we have a bunker in Aachen next to the other border. So it's a strange concept, but it's nice to know these things.
I found also two of these kind of bunkers here in Aachen, standing still there on a place from the Second World War. So they were used to near streets or public spaces to get security for people just for a short moment. But I've also heard that these bunkers were used in other countries, not so far away, also not so in short time, during Bürgerkrieg.
They took it to the east, like around 10,000 of them, to the east of Europe. So that was the kind of funny to move it to a different place. But yeah, but again, the connotation, what's the difference when I'm presenting something and we change the bunker? You see, it's not just a bunker anymore, that we're putting it in a sculpture garden and you have one significant, or it's in the street or in the forest and just standing there. And it's a totally different feeling and how the people react to this.
So we started with this project in May, 1st May. So since then you can see this sculpture in our sculpture garden of Kunsthaus. And many people tried to use the bunker and to make the experience there. And therefore we had this, Amit had this idea to connect this bunker also to the World Wide Web. And I think this is a good moment now to get to the second part.
Yes.
Of the event. So
just a second.
I can say very welcome to an opening now. Premiere.
The moment. So we have a premiere moment. You are seeing for the first time the Bank project. It's still on develop. Every time something is new is coming, I will refresh it again so people will see it maybe from the beginning again. So, welcome to the Bunker project. The virtual part is here. This is the part, as we all know, we are still in the pandemic and a lot of things change with communication and how we're dealing with each other and how we're trying to communicate. And we said that the bunker is physical and it's disconnecting us from other people as a shelter. But through the internet, I have a possibility to be connected to other people, to share my thoughts and ideas and to hear other people. And in this project, there's a lot of different parameters. I'm just going to go through them fast. You can do it by your phone or by the computer. You can scroll around, go in and out. You see, we have some different parts. We have things that are totally transparent and things with some photo. And if I'm going to a photo, let's say this is not a photo. So what you heard now, it's Marcel told me that a lot of people try to communicate. So the system for the last 2 months and a half collected a lot of recording from people, ideas and thoughts, them inside of the bunker. What do they think about this special moment or reflecting about their other time in specific moment and time. And it went to the archive. And the archive is connected from different parts. We have parts that you see they have a bunker and it's a bunker, so it's things that were connected in the bunker, and people that put it from the web. So people that put it from the web, and if I'm closing it,
very unique. That few months for the time of Corona. plan to record. And now I will share it with all the words and put it here.
So this was a sharing. In every story, it's in own story. But now, as the bunker, you see that we are observer from the outside. I have a possibility to be observer from the inside, to be the center of attention, to hear and see all of the thoughts and ideas from other people from all over the world and experience it.
All the time, our time is passing by, how we progress day to day.
And we have a situation that if you want to be a part of this project, you can go inside and upload your photo or upload your sound and share it and be a part of this project. And something that I really like is to change the mood, because color is changing how we're thinking. So if you go in here, you can change the mood of the project. And the minute that you're uploading something, you will have a link that you can send it to other people and friends and share this moment with them and invite them to bring and be a part of this project. So we have this, this virtual work that everybody can connect, but at the same time, it will be connected to a website. And this website, it will develop by time. So you asked me before about a photo about the bunker. So this is the bunker here. And this is the people around in the sculpture garden. And this bunker had a lot of different stages of working on it. A kind of grave line inside of it. There's going to be examples of thinking happening and happening in time. You, from here, you can go to the virtual part. There's going to be a blog with a lot of different information and story, your story, our story, everybody's thoughts. There is just, if we're looking at a small film, how we move it. So this is in noise when we move the bunker. Just for a second, it was kind of a small moment in time. And all of the information for the project. And of course, you can sign up and get the newsletter, be part of this community. I hope a growing community, because we're trying to communicate and bring all of the world hopefully together in the art and outside of the art. So this is a little bit small preview about this part of the project. Yes, consent.
So please, let's open now the discussion for your questions. And naturally, we're very welcome to come to Kornelimünster to see the bunker in itself, in the project, and also naturally to be part of the virtual project.
Just to say, if you are inside of the bunker now, and you could see it in, if you didn't see the welcome explanation film, there's a photo and a video from inside of the bunker showing how this physical system is there too, so people can go inside and click and record themselves too, but at the same time, as I said, they can hear you talking to them back. Any question?
Yes, true.
Yes.
Hi. Have you thought physically to duplicate the bunker and put it in another country or region in Germany?
I have plans for this bunker specifically, because it's not just better. So thank you for the, who is it? What's your name?
Arik.
Arik, hi. So it's a great question. It's not like the normal bunker, because we graved and put inside stainless steel, so the bunker feel like it's being squeezed and it's uplifted from the ground, so you have a feeling that maybe it's floating, so all of this 3.5 ton is not existing anymore. I have some ideas to bring this bunker to a different place. But I have another idea, as you said, maybe to take some other bunkers and other bunkers or other safe places through all over the world, not just bunkers, and maybe put this system that people can communicate in different countries. So that's the next idea that I want to maybe do next year with this. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yes.
Hi, I wondered if you can say, is it a memorial, your book, and what do you want to be memorized? What is it for? Like, what's a memorial bunker that you put for in the future? Because it's a memorial of the future, or can you explain?
I would like to ask Marcel, what does he think about this?
I think it's really a memorial for this actual situation, because you have this conflict. You like to have security because the world is insecure in the moment. You have this pandemic, you have a lot of other problems. And then you're entering in this secure place, in this bunker, and then you're feeling, oh, I'm isolated now. I'm secure, but I'm isolated. How can I escape from this isolation? And I think this is very typical for our time and for this special moment. So perhaps also people in future can feel how people in this times of this pandemic were feeling.
You know, we had a discussion yesterday about old Soviet monuments and the memorial places. And it's very interesting to see how things are changing by time. Because maybe something is significant now, it was significant in the past, but suddenly he has no value anymore in society or in place, and then it's being destroyed. Or, you know, we have all of these monuments of Columbus and all of the people that conquered the new world, and now a lot of them are being taken down because, okay, they are conquered, and not like revealing something new. Or the Soviet monument of Stalin.
Yes.
So it's changing. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. But as we know, things from the past are kind of will always come in the future in some way or another, and they always will reflect to this moment and to the past and in the future, hopefully.
Yes, and I think it's like with these monuments, you have every time you have this problem that you need to comment, because you have also the possibility to try a misreading of a physical thing you found, like this bunker. It's also today in this sculpture gardens, it's a different reading of this bunker, because originally it was perhaps a memorial of the Second World War, and now it's a different memorial, perhaps, for the future of today. So it's a memorial of our days. What it could be.
Time will tell.
So there are more questions or discussions?
I want to ask how long this, how long is this project going? Because the bunker is going to go back somewhere, or it will travel, and the internet part is temporary, or is it growing, or is it for a certain period of time?
This bunker physically, it will stay in the sculpture garden until maybe the middle of next year. So people can experience it, and it will be different atmosphere to experience it is in winter and in fall. And the internet bunker is open. There's no limitation. We brought it. It's for the world, and now let's see how it's going to grow. There's no limited time for this.
So there are also some people saying that the World Wide Web is remembering everything.
That's true.
So
everything is recorded there.
It's very monumental, this virtual bunker in the end. So I think we are finishing the discussion and starting with this website. So very welcome to visit the website also in future when new comments, discussions are online.
So if you register, you will get updates if there's an event or something is coming. There's going to be a lot of behind the scene of the project, so you can see how this project evolved through the years and some other things and surprises that are coming in the next month and months. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you and very welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.